Hello and welcome to this month's Maggie Moment. I want to talk this time about habits and neuroplasticity. I know that's such a big word, but one of the things you'll find that will frustrate you as a parent is when your children develop habits that are annoying and even sometimes hurtful. So for our little ones, it's sometimes how they respond to their big ugly feelings is that they can kick, scream, bite, throw, hit, right? So they're doing that when they're dysregulated and possibly flooded with cortisol. And unfortunately, over time, that can become like their habitual response when they're not even really upset. So habits, it's what we're trying to do all the time, isn't it? We want them to clean their teeth. We want them to kind of have a sense of predictability about what happens after dinner, that we have a bath or we get ready for story time and then we go to bed. So when your children have got a behaviour that you are really struggling with, especially one that might be hurtful to other siblings, remember neuroplasticity. So what it means is that the habit has formed a strong neural pathway in the brain and that your job is to create a new neural pathway. And it takes time. So in other words, for those neurons to fire together, they've got to wire together. In other words, they've got to actually happen. So again, sometimes you might be able to distract your child from one of their annoying habits, and it might be just simply hitting the dog instead of patting the dog. Well, they're not necessarily got the concept of gentleness. And I know Hugo Walter has been hit a number of times by a couple of my grandies, but you know what? I've sat there and gone pat, 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 gently, pat, pat, pat. I nip up over and over again and go gently, pat, pat, pat. And do you know what? All three times they have learnt to be gentle with Hugo because somebody has stepped in and taught them a new habit instead of the old habit. So we can't just tell them to stop doing it. We need to give them a new habit, and that's what neuroplasticity is all about. I know you're really thrilled, aren't you, that you now know. We've got some habits that could probably do with unhabiting as well. It's all to do with neuroplasticity. I hope that's helped you today work out the ways that we can get our children to change some of their behaviours into behaviours that are much more acceptable to everyone in our family.